Hi, thanks for joining us. This is the Real Estate Forum, and my name is Michael Spur. In this episode, we're going to talk about owning investment property, specifically residential investment property. You have to treat it like a business. You have to understand and accept the risks. With any investment, there's also risk. So we're going to talk about filing a summary process, or commonly known as an eviction. You might ask, how much does it cost? And how long should it take? We're going to dive into this and more with my guest, Alexis Keeney, attorney at law. Hi, Alexis. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
So, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and how this all started?
Sure. So my name's Alexis, as you said. Thank you for the introduction. I grew up in Boston. I attended Boston Latin Academy for high school, graduated in 2015 from there. Very fortunate to be selected as a Thomas M. Menino Scholar, which was essentially a full tuition merit-based scholarship to Boston University.
Wait, you went to Boston Latin
Academy.
Which is Academy.
Yes.
And then you got the scholarship too?
Yes, correct. I think.
So as they would say in Boston, you're wicked smart.
I like to think of myself as fortunate, but thank you. Thank you very much.
So then you went on to college. Where'd you go to college?
Yes. I went to Boston University.
Great school.
Yeah, had a wonderful experience there. Very fortunate, like I said, to be on a full tuition merit-based scholarship that was given to graduating seniors in the Boston public school system.
Sure.
So that was absolutely wonderful. Graduated magna cum laude in 2019 from BU.
Nice.
And then went straight through to law school.
Where'd you study law?
I studied at Quinnipiac University in Connecticut.
Sure.
Again, very, very fortunate again. I was also awarded a full tuition merit-based scholarship to law school.
Way to go.
So that was, a huge relief for me and my family.
Well, so many people struggle with educational debt.
Absolutely.
Today.
Absolutely. So I feel very lucky to have been able to have avoided that.
Sure. You practice real estate law, more specifically landlord-tenant
Correct.
law. Why that particular area?
So, my experience in Massachusetts is that it's pretty tenant friendly. And what I find, gives me a lot of joy and fulfillment is that I like to help out the mom and pop type of landlords who might be underdogs.
Right.
It can be a very difficult court process, or navigating the court process can be very difficult for, your average everyday landlord.
And it's, as you know, I'm in real estate, and in my 30-year career, it's very easy to have a situation snowball on you.
Absolutely. They can get out of hand very quickly. I've seen, landlords who are in the hole tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Just all it takes is one not so great tenant, unfortunately.
Well, let's for our viewers and for this episode, let's role play a little bit.
Sure.
I'm a landlord. I have a tenant, a single occupant gentleman. He's been a couple of years, usually a couple days late with rent, but nothing serious. He has a lease. He doesn't have any pets. It's just him. And I noticed that the rent is more than a week late. He hasn't contacted me. I reached out to him. I texted him. He didn't get back to me. What would be your advice?
Yeah, so that's, a tough situation, of course. So my presumption is that you, as the landlord, you're more interested in terminating the tenancy than essentially restoring it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say he gets back to me and he's lost his job.
Right.
And no fault of his own, he was laid off, but it doesn't look promising, and I'm very nervous about him paying rent, and I want to move forward.
Absolutely. So your first step would be to have a notice to quit drafted and then served upon him.
Okay.
So a notice to quit is the document that we send out to tenants that essentially terminates a tenancy.
Can I just write a note and say I'm ending your tenancy?
I advise you not to.
Okay, so
just
there's a
because-
specific form.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
A notice to quit has to contain specific provisions.
Okay.
You know, you need to name yourself as the landlord, you need to name the tenant, you need to name the property, the premises,
Okay,
so the
yeah.
address, everything has to be, you know, clearly identified. I've seen landlords run into trouble.
By not doing it correctly?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And you're going to want to have specific language in there as well, that essentially says that, you know, any funds that are paid after the notice to quit will not be accepted as rent,
Okay.
but would rather be only construed as use and occupancy and will not reinstate a tenancy.
I see.
So it's
Okay.
very important to get that in there. I've seen a lot of times landlords, you know, fail to put that provision in there, and if a tenant tenders rent and the landlord hasn't reserved his or her rights, a lot of times a court might say, well, you've reinstated the tenancy and
Right, I
dismiss
see.
the case. So that's a common pitfall.
Okay. How should I go about having the tenant notified or served?
Great question. So though there is no legal requirement, you almost always want to have it served via a constable or a sheriff.
Okay.
And that is because a constable or a sheriff will attach an affidavit to their return of service saying, here's the date and time I served the tenant, here's the manner I served the tenant. If he was served in hand, or a true and attested copy was left at the last and usual place of abode,